You're going to go full wide for you, ladies and gentlemen. How about standing up and putting your hands together for the street stock this weekend? It's a big event for them. The Summer Cup has been around forever and ever here in Bunbury. On the 50th anniversary of the Bunbury Speedway, the Summer Cup for street stock has a huge field, all about set to go. This is for the street stock this weekend. They've done a great job, and these are the ones that have qualified for the main race, the Peter Finch Summer Cup. All about set to go in the Summer Cup with Kane Della on the front row with Hayden Norman set for a start. 30 laps the journey, greens are on, we're away, and we have a traffic jam up in turn number 1 with 23 cars on the racetrack, and Hayden Norman up on the outside of Kane Della as they come out of 1 and 2. They're still 2 and 3 wide coming out of turn 2 as Hayden Norman now pokes the nose up on the outside of Della. They come out of 3 and 4, still Della in front from Norman. Damon Lyle comes up underneath of Ben Norman, that's for 3rd and 4th, and the 69 car in 5th place is that, of course, of Paul Joss. Michael Hammond tucked away in 6th. Then we got Stewart in 7th place as Hayden Norman takes the lead. There's 23 cars all in the back straight. What a spectacle here in Bunbury. Kane Della's back in front as they come into the main straight and complete lap number 2. Ben Norman comes on the outside of Damon Lyle, and in 5th place it's still that of Michael Hammond.
This is just a taste of what's to come when we have the national street stock title here later this season, and it is an absolute humdinger as the Peter Finch Summer Cup for street stock. Kane Della, the youngster, probably the youngest driver out there, fights back on the inside of Hayden Norman. Kane Della back to the lead with 27 to run. Norman fights back on the outside. Brother Ben in car number 66 is there in 3rd. Back to the West Australian champion of Damon Lyle. Michael Hammond rounds out your top 5, and Kane Della continues to lead with 26 to go.
Yeah, there's nothing in it, and they're all still circulating. Della by a car length over Hayden Norman. He'll hound him and hound him and hound him, and he comes up on the outside, and Hayden Norman's back in front. That's the 3rd lead change. Back in 3rd place, Ben Norman, and behind him is Damon Lyle. 5th place at this point in time is Michael Hammond. Paul Joss is there. Matthew Iwanow and Jamie Oldfield make a row of 3. Down the main straight, Kane Della's back in front as they go up into Catalano's. On the outside, Hayden Norman runs side by side, and Hayden Norman's back in front. That's the 5th lead change. Back in 3rd place, it's Ben Norman. Behind them, Damon Lyle, and then back in 6th place, it is that of Michael Hammond. Into the main straight, it's Hayden Norman who leads after 6.
We're 3 wide for 3rd place as Michael Hammond look to the inside of Damon Lyle, who's on the inside of the 66 of Ben Norman. Behind them, Matthew Iwanow, Jamie Oldfield. The 69 of Paul Joss back to Josh Stewart. Clinton Waldron in car number 20. And then car number 626 rounds out your top 10. Oh, trouble for Hammond. The H-Tech number 7 is OUT out, and he will withdraw. But back of the ranch, Hayden Norman is off the curb as car number 9 of Kane Della fights back on the inside. Della trying to get back as Norman switches to the bottom. 22 to go with 8 laps in the book.
Yes, and plenty of support for our car in 2nd place of Kane Della. He won't give up. It's Hayden Norman by 3/4 of a car length. They've got him to loom largest, the 0 car, getting himself into contention.
We're a third of the way through, and Hayden Norman leads by half a second from Kane Della. Ben Norman now getting sieged upon by Jamie Oldfield, 3-time national champion right there behind, and then it's the state champion of Damon Lyle. On the inside of Lyle comes Iwanow and Joss. We're 3 wide. The battle for the minor placings is well and truly on as Jamie Oldfield now gets past Ben Norman and takes away 3rd place. Action aplenty right throughout the field, including here for the final places as Damon Lyle, the West Australian champion, looks like he might be out. The 1 car slowing as they go through turn 3 and 4, but Hayden Norman is now under pressure again from Kane Della.
So Della comes again and may take back the lead. The yellows are on. The yellows are on. Car 1 is stranded down here. And it won't be the night for Damon Lyle. It's not the night for Michael Hammond. Main straight, the green lights are on. And Jamie Oldfield immediately comes underneath of Della and goes into 2nd place. And now looks underneath of Hayden Norman. So Norman leads from Oldfield. Della's not going to give up without a fight. He comes back around the outside and goes into second place, but Jamie Oldfield right there. So too Ben Norman, as they're 3 across the track with Norman. We've done 12 and we've got 18 to go.
Absolutely, hammer and tong for the race lead. They're 3 wide if you don't mind. And through the middle, the youngster Kane Della takes the race lead. He gets out of shape as there's a bit of a pile up further back. They all continue on, and Hayden Norman, somehow out of all that, has managed to come out with a race lead as Kane Della comes back once again on the inside. The KCLD cleaning car number 9 has him off the curb. Della doesn't quite have the momentum on the outside as Norman and Oldfield come together, side by side, locked together. They come out with 16 to run. It's Hayden Norman just from Kane Della.
Ben Norman also right in the equation now on the behind Jamie Oldfield. Oldfield hits a bit of a rut there and went wide, and Kane Della won't go away. It's like a dog with a bone. Kane Della's back in front as they go up into turn 3. Unbelievable race this. We've had 10 lead changes. Hayden Norman's back in front around the outside, and Jamie Oldfield goes to second. Ben Norman comes up on the outside. Della dives to the inside. What a race this has turned out to be. 5th place is Paul Joss as they run down the back straight. Hayden Norman's nearly led for a whole lap as they go into turn number 3. Jamie Oldfield half track high. Kane Della comes again on the inside. Up the main straight they come at the halfway mark.
Yeah, not far away as well as Paul Joss in car number 69. Lockie Della retires, and he'll be able to watch on the younger brother Kane, who's up there in 3rd place as Jamie Oldfield moves around the outside. Oldfield now looks to the inside of Hayden Norman. Norman, your leader. They're going to come up on lap traffic very soon as here comes Ben Norman. He gets up for 3rd place. Della fights back on the inside. Paul Joss further back as Sutton got very out of shape further right in front of us here. Clinton Waldron's up there in 6th place, and Matthew Iwanow. But our battle of 4, you can't take your eyes away. Hayden Norman leading Jamie Oldfield, Kane Della, 18 down, 12 to run.
And Ben Norman's right in the equation as well, and they're just about to go around the outside of Justin Melhuish again, and they're going to meet him at the end of the back straight. It's the 6 of Hayden Norman from Jamie Oldfield. Ben Norman may have gone into 3rd place. Lachlan Della's down low on the track. Kane Della's down low on the track. Della remains in 3rd place, and I don't know that we've called a race that's gone this long with so many cars still fighting for the race lead. Here it comes again, the 0 car looking underneath of Hayden Norman. Back in 3rd place, it's still that of Kane Della, and on the outside comes Ben Norman. There'll be 10 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, in the Finch Summer Cup, and Jamie Oldfield now looking underneath of Hayden Norman.
Jamie Oldfield showing us why he's a true champion of our sport. He's up there, he's worked his way to the pointy end, but Hayden Norman is a stubborn old driver and he won't settle for 2nd. Out of Pearson Teenies they come. 21 in the books, 9 to run. We're in the single digits, and it's Hayden Norman continuing to lead. 3/4 track high. Jamie Oldfield, Kane Della, Ben Norman line astern now. Back then to Paul Joss, Matthew Iwanow, and Clinton Waldron run out your top 7. With 8 to go though, Jamie Oldfield looms up alongside Hayden Norman. We've got a classic on our hands.
We've got 8 laps to go, and Jamie Oldfield has hit the front. We've said that many times over the years. He takes the lead away from Hayden Norman. Norman fights back up on the outside, and Hayden Norman pokes the nose back in front, down into turn number 3. Laps ticking by. Hayden Norman takes the lead back from Jamie Oldfield. Oldfield fights back on the inside. They cross the line together. 0.007 of a second to the advantage of Hayden Norman as they cross the line. Norman back in front, Oldfield in 2nd place, and Kane Della all of a sudden is back in the picture. They go up into Pearson Teenies. This time around there's 6 laps to go, and our race leader is Hayden Norman. By this time it's only 0.046 of a second.
Jamie Oldfield back in front as they go through Catalanos. There's a car spun on the exit of turn 2. It won't slow him down as Aaron Sutton, as here comes Kane Della. He looks to the inside. That's the battle for 2nd. Jamie Oldfield, your clear race leader. He'll lead his 1st lap of this one. Oldfield, Norman, Della, your top 3. They come up on Justin Melhuish once again, and with 4.5 to travel, it is car number 0. for Novell Smash Repairs. Jamie Oldfield is out in front by nearly 5/10 of a second. 4 to go. Your race leader now comes up on Josh Stewart. He's the first of this bunch of lap cars. The battle for second and third will go all the way. White flag is on display. 1 lap to go for Jamie O. He goes through Catalano's. Second place is car number 6 of Hayden Norman. To the inside of Norman comes Kane Della. It's going to go right to the wire. Out of Pearson Tini's they come. Della gets up for second, but the Peter Finch Summer Cup for Street Stock goes the way of Jamie Oldfield. Jamie Oldfield defeats Kane Della. Hayden Norman will get home for third. 4th place will go the way of Ben Norman. Paul Joss rounds out your top 5. Back to Clinton Waldron, Jamie Goodwin, Linton Dickerson.
Jamie Oldfield, the winner from Kane Della and Hayden Norman in one of the best street stock races we've seen in a long, long time.